What is happening, everybody? Welcome back, players, traders, haters, apes, right? Everybody, the whole community, guys. What's up? How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day, right? As always. So yeah, today, guys, we didn't see the price action that we wanted to see. Most of us, right? We're kind of waiting for this move to pop up, and the volume wasn't there. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you that's all right, guys. Okay, the stock market is still gonna open tomorrow, and AMC is still gonna trade tomorrow. All right, guys. But I'm gonna show you what I'm paying attention to, what I'm looking at, why I think that nothing has really changed, and like you're like, oh God, why is this guy all chipper, right? It's because I'm paying attention to certain things, and I haven't lost my conviction, right? Like I still believe we're gonna make a move here. I'm sticking to my guns, right? I gave it a window right now of like June 1st to July 15th, right? In my opinion, but I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, right? So don't take it as that. Take it for educational, entertainment purposes only, baby, right? So I got you with that information, guys. But today, GME had its earnings. I listened to it. It was very vague, right? Kind of just put out the numbers, and it's funny because they always do like the complete opposite of what AMC's earning calls are, right? Like AMC's, CEO Adam, he does like this big, feels like this big event, right? When it comes to GameStop, they're just doing the minimum and barely putting any information out there. And then also like with the CEOs, they completely act different, right? Like Ryan, the CEO, Cohen, right? He's over here buying GME shares, and then Adam Aaron's over here just, he sold some, and now he's saying that he's gonna hold all the ones that he's given, right? Like as part of his salary, though. So just want to talk about that, and then I got some information on Lucid. I haven't updated Lucid in a while, and so yeah, we're gonna talk about those two: AMC, GME, and Lucid today. All right, guys. So let's do it. I got you. And even though MC had a negative day, I was paying attention to Rico yesterday, right? And he does crazy technical analysis, and I liked what he said, right? He said he was actually expecting low volume today, maybe a little bit tomorrow, and then we're gonna start to make the move. All right, so we'll see what move we're talking about, but this is what I got for you guys today. This is the clearest I could paint it for you guys, right here on this chart. AMC moves in patterns, right? Because I believe it's been on the same algorithm ever since like back here, right? This is going back a couple years, 2020, right? So you see how this drops, and then AMC does the same thing every time. Look, this is one breakout that it does. It goes up, it kind of trades inside here, and then once it's ready to go and you see that snap, it just takes off, right? And it has done it twice already, right? So once in January here, and you have the big pop up, and then it's the same pattern, like I'm telling you, like it'll go down, right? It'll come in, it'll trade in this channel, it'll break up once, and then it'll get rejected, comes back down, it bounces in the channel, and then it gets ready to go again, right? So because it's an algorithm, it's a computer trading it, guys. Like that's why, like, I don't, it's not like a human that's doing all this, right? Like it's a computer, it's already pre-programmed. They until it's ready to go, right? So it's starting to get to that point, right? So I'm gonna show you again. This is the other move, right? The bigger move when it went to 72. Again, it went up, consolidates, comes down, it just bounces in the channel. Once it breaks again, it goes up, it gets rejected, comes down. It's just that that move was so massive. That's why it's taking so long for everything to play out, right? So you come in, it's gonna trade, it bounce, fake outs, right? There's gonna be fake outs. Comes back, it's gonna be at this bottom now, right? So now that we hit that double bottom, what I'm paying attention to right now is I want to see this. That's why I have this little blue line, right? Just up to here for now. We can break past that. We'll have to, talk then, see where we're at then. But right now, maybe by, the end of Thursday, Friday, Monday. The thing is, this is a longer, it's going to take more time, right? But we do have things like tomorrow, the GME share dividend, right? The vote. And then Friday, the executive order. And we'll see what that does. But if it plays into exactly everything, guys, like all I'm waiting on now would be this super trend, right? You see how it's red? I need to see the green one. Once the green one comes into play, then we're gonna start to go up, make our moves, right? I don't think we could come back down, right? It's gonna have to, if it doesn't bounce off this line, which it normally does, right? Like twice already. That's why I have this painted out for you guys, right? Comes up, bounces down, and then it goes, right? Same here. Okay, so that's why I have this this would be the pattern that I'm drawing over here, right? It's gonna come up, trade a little bit in here, and then it's gonna go, right? If it can break, this is the hard resistance though, forever now, right? It would make sense that it could start running hard, right? So that's the way I'm looking at the chart right now, guys. Of course, if you're bearish, anything can happen, guys. I mean, it could break this support. It could come all the way back down to test again. If it doesn't break that, it'll continue riding this line, right, until it's ready to make the move. But in my opinion, I don't think that's going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. Pay attention to the volume, and I'll be paying attention to see the way it trades. But it's the same thing. Look, the red, and then you get the flip, and you're gonna go right. That's it. It's as simple as I could put it, as simple as I could paint it. It's crazy how it just lines up, right? We'll have to see, but that's why I'm staying positive, guys. So I don't care about today's price action, right? So let's go over the Ortex data real quick. Nothing has changed. That's what I'm telling you guys. Like, it doesn't matter if it's 14 or 12 or 13 right now. Look at this. Shares on loan, 175 million on paper, right? Utilization maxed out. Free float, 34% of the flow is on loan, guys. Any little mistake, this thing's gonna snap, right? On their end. Like, if they make any mistakes on their end. Let's go here. I'm gonna show you the institutional ownership has gone up, and then I think, oh, okay. Now, actually, what I wanted to show you here was the fact that there is no more shares left, right? So 0 when there was 950,000 right before it closed. Somebody grabbed those, right? And took away, like, the interest had jumped a little bit, the little fee, the cost to borrow, and then few more calls. See, so now we're down when yesterday we were up. So because of the price action right there at 15, there is a lot of open interest right now, guys. Right, so got that. Let's move on. Wait, one more thing. Here we go. See, so on Fintel as well, so it's showing 0 shares again for AMC, right? I just wanted to double check that. And then now the SPY, I'm not really too bullish on the SPY right now, guys. It's crazy because, like, it could do the same thing where it's going to be looking to bounce off of here, right? Because if it doesn't, then it'll break down. But if it does bounce, then it'll probably come up to about 425 to 430 right around here, right? So yeah, that's what I'm looking at the SPY, but it's just looking like it's going to come down, right? Again, interest rates and the interest rates that the Fed, put into place, I believe they start today. Okay, so there's the SPY. It's looking pretty weak, right? I might play a put on it, right, for like 402, 401. Not financial advice. You do what you want to do. That's where I'm looking at. And then GameStop, let's talk about GameStop a little bit. Just they report 158 million loss, but the stock is up. It went up. It's very volatile. It was up like 10% for a little while after hours, and then it dropped back down, right? But they reported their fiscal first quarter earnings after the bell on Wednesday. GameStop has said it's planned to launch a non-fungible token marketplace by the end of the second quarter. And there's the numbers. They basically just talked about these numbers, and to me they don't really matter because retail is the one that's holding the stock, and they don't have any debt, right? So it's like that's why I don't really care too much about the numbers here. But this is the part I thought was important for people that don't understand NFTs. Here's just a quick little explanation. The company's strength in collectibles this quarter compared to the previous year's quarter may indicate why it's leaning into NFTs, which have become a new type of digital souvenir that users can collect and resell. NFTs are digital items or artwork that are tied to the blockchain, so the original version can be authenticated, right? So when you're the holder of that, like, you can prove that it's the original, right? Because it has a code that's on the blockchain. So that way they're not selling you something that's fake, right? So that's what I do like about the NFTs in the future, right? Like they'll have to do with art, right? So, and there's gonna be a market for that always, guys, right? There's collectors everywhere. All right, now here, the short interest is insane for GME, 27.84%. Wow. Cost to borrow max 311, and then 237 is the average, right? Just to short GME, and there hasn't been any shares left for a while, right? I'll switch it here. Watch. 0%, right? For like 5 days now, right? This is what this website has been claiming. All right, and the chart, guys, like I said, nothing. This is the daily, right? It's kind of bouncing right here. If it can bounce off of here, it's going to start to make its way back up. But we have to wait and see what happens with the share dividend tomorrow, right, for GME. So yeah, it broke this downtrend here, and it's making higher highs and higher lows, right? So even though it's kind of flat today, the overall macro picture, right, is that it's making a stair step up. All right, guys. Now we're gonna update Lucid here. I'm gonna show you this video. It's from their Twitter, right? It's pretty cool, I think. So check it out.
So back when the space concept was conceived, this whole notion of a car which was smaller on the outside and bigger on the inside, I can't tell you the number of people said to me, well, why do you want to make it smaller on the outside? Yeah, people like big cars, don't they? It's going to be a big limousine. And I said, look, I want to create more of a driver-focused machine. But I confess there was an ulterior motive.
Like a BMW.
I wanted it more agile so it could do this and this and this.
All right, cool. That's it for that little clip. Yeah, so if you ever want to go get some updates, they're pretty consistent right on their Twitter, so that's where I go. Something I want to point out on Lucid, guys, like it's got some crazy short interest as well, right? So it is prone for a short squeeze as well, right? That's just like AMC. Now I don't know if there is synthetics or not. Can't never prove or deny that, right? But these are the real numbers on Lucid, right? So right now, short interest of the float is 24%, which is pretty damn high. And they're running about 50% of the volume in the dark pools. And there's only 250,000 shares left to borrow with a fee of 12.29. And the latest, yeah, 12.85. All right, so that's pretty high. Anything above 5-10%, guys, is high, which puts the stock, you know, in that category of like a possible short squeeze, right? And on the chart, it's looking the same, right? Pretty bullish right now. The EMA's crossed. We're looking at this supply zone, demand zone. These are the zones that I got, you know, drawn out, and it's gonna probably want to climb up to here as long as it can get over this hump, right? Which is the $20 mark. It's a psychological level too, so that's what it's been trying to do. But overall macro, this was a fake out, right? This was completely fake, this drop here, because they just wanted to scare people and get their shares cheaper, right? So I've been accumulating too, you know. I buy when I can on Lucid for sure, so I have more now than I did, you know, a couple weeks ago. So I'm looking for that break above 20, but like it's gonna have to really break like 21, 22, right? Not just 2050 or 2060, because it hit 2072 and it couldn't hold it, right? So it needs to retest it and try to make its way back up. All right, so this is the 2-hour chart. We can look at the daily here. And these supply zones, right, go back to the last few runs as well, and that's what I'm paying attention to. So yeah, if I could see it come up here, I would be pretty happy, right? At least to this 123. I kind of see where it would make this bigger bounce and start trading up, but kind of depends on the market too, guys. It's still a lot of fear out there, right? A lot of things going on worldwide. But yeah, just gotta stay positive. This is, remember, the bear market now. So we gotta wait. We don't know what the time frame is, but eventually there will be a bull market, right? So that little pump that we got was a little pump. It was kind of a, you know, fake. It was just hype, and we'll have to see. We are expecting some things here with AMC and GameStop, right? So got to keep the eye on the ball, all right, guys. So see you later. Peace out.